Hey everyone, Effie here. Today I'm going to introduce our new 5th anniversary release. We have 8 new stamps. But before I go on to show you those 8 new clear stamps, I want to thank all of our supporters for the last 5 years. It's been an amazing ride and I hope that the next 5 years will be even more better. So let's move on to our new release. Let's start off with our 3x4 Xoxo Peony set. It's a 3-step layering peony cluster, and it's a free gift with purchase. Be sure to head over to the blog for all the details on how to obtain this stamp for free in your order. So here is the first sample that I created using our Xoxo Peony. I stamped 3 on some pre-cut die cuts that I created with my Cricut and then stacked them on the left side. The background was created with our mini dots, and then the leaves are from our fresh cut roses. The sentiment is from our Hey There sentiment set, which I'll show in a bit, and then I finished the card off with some glass slipper sequins. Then I made 2 simpler cards using the same Xoxo Peony set. The card on the left was stamped in our rose quartz and soft garnet die inks. The card on the right was stamped in our soft orchid and orchid crush die inks. The background was stamped using our basic striped stamp, and all the black ink that you see was stamped with our caviar hybrid ink. So you can see the different looks that you can get with just the one stamp set. This little layered cluster is so versatile because of its size. It's compact, so you can do a lot and get creative with the cluster. What I like to do with these stamps is create the pre-cut die cuts using the SVG cut file. I cut these out using my Cricut machine, and I just have a bunch of them ready on hand, ready to stamp when I'm ready to use this stamp set. So you can see how I've already created these two, and I'll just use them for a future project. Next up is our large florals peony stamp set. This is a 6x6 clear stamp set. The main part of the florals are a 3-step layering process, and then you have the 2 centers. Actually, it's 1 center, but it's a 2-step layering center, and then you have the 2-step layering leaves. Here's one of my most favorite cards of this release. I just stamped the large florals peony 3 times and I stacked them up against each other. You can see that there's a geometric circles cover plate die cut in the background to give it a little bit of tone on tone interest. The first peony was stamped using our ruby collection. The purple peony was stamped using our amethyst collection, and then this darker peony was stamped using a combination of our soft garnet, grand fuchsia, and lipstick red die inks. And then the leaves are from our fresh cut roses stamp set, and then some additional leaves from the large florals peony set. I also use these peonies to back them against my vintage typewriter card. This is our 4-step layering vintage typewriter set, and then you can see 2 of the large peonies in the background, and I also added some leaves from our fresh cut roses to accent the card. And then for the background, I layered some panels together. This was stamped using our mini dots, and then this is our basic stripes. So I added these stamped background panels to give the card a little bit more interest. Next up is our vintage type layering set. This is a 6x6 photopolymer set. This set features a 4-step layering vintage typewriter, and here you can see the different typewriters that I stamped out using a combination of our die inks. For this stamp set, we have a coordinating SVG cut file. So what I like to do is pre-cut all of these pieces. I like to pre-cut a bunch of them and keep them on hand so that they're ready for a project when I'm ready to use this stamp set. Next up is our Charmed Wildflower stamp set. This is a 4x6 photopolymer set. It features this beautiful large floral cluster, and then you have these individual elements that you can stamp and cut out to create your own custom floral clusters. Here are 2 cards that I made using the large cluster from this set. I just watercolored them. This one I used Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, and then for the orange floral I used Ken Oliver Colorburst, and then for the background you can see that blended bright aqua green. That is our bright emerald dye ink that I just blended right on the panel. And then the nice bold sentiment that you see on the left side, that is from our Fill It In sentiments, which you'll see in just a bit. For this card, I use the individual floral elements in the Charmed Wildflower set. I just embossed them and I had them cut out already, and I watercolored them using Ken Oliver colorburst, and then I just clustered them onto my card panel. So for this card, I also use our Lifetime of Love stamp. Now this set is a 6x6 photopolymer set, and it features a nice looking couple. You have the female figure and then the male figure, and then you have this dress detail that you can stamp or emboss right at the bottom portion of the dress, and it also has this nice sized veil. So back to this card sample, I just stamped the images using our Caviar Hybrid ink and colored them in with Copics. For the background, I used our Geometric Circles cover plate die. I just cut it from white cardstock and adhered it onto a piece of white panel to give it a nice tone-on-tone, subtle background. And here the gold embossing on the dress matches the gold embossing on the florals, so you have some nice coherent harmony going on in this entire card. Here are just a few of these colored samples that I have from our Charmed Wildflowers. These are the individual floral elements that I've watercolored and I pieced together, and then these are the floral clusters. I did some no line coloring and then some gold embossed watercoloring. Next up is our 4x6 clear lean back stamp set. It features a solitary male that is leaning against a wall. You can actually stamp it on a card panel and have it leaning against a sentiment or the edge of your card panel. It also features 2 speech bubbles and different sentiments that you can stamp right inside. Here are 2 samples that I created using our lean back set. You can see that I stamped the one on the left against one of the sentiments from our Fill It In sentiments. Those sentiments are nice and large, so it's perfect, and it really goes with the male figure in our lean back set. And then the card on the right, I just used the speech bubble with the sentiment to keep it really simple. I stamped both of these figures in our Caviar Hybrid ink and colored them in with Copic markers. Next up is our 4x6 Hey There sentiments. This is a photopolymer set. It features these large, bold, scripty sentiments, and then you have some hot air balloon images. The largest hot air balloon you can layer and piece together, and then you have the different balloon and cloud silhouettes, and here's a sample that I created using just this one Hey There sentiment set. I also used a DIY cloud stencil for the background. Last but not least is our Fill It In sentiments. This is a 6x6 set, and it features 3 large sentiments with these spaces inside them with these smaller sentiments that you can stamp right inside those spaces. This set features some nice large sentiments in a really pretty modern font. And I'm bringing back these 2 samples to show you the happy and thank you sentiments used on these cards. That's our lineup for our 5th anniversary release. We have 8 new photopolymer sets. Head over to our blog for all the details and for more inspiration by our team members. We also have a giveaway and a free gift with purchase promotion. So you can find all the details on our blog. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back with more videos using our new release. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!